to Chicas and Chisme. We are your hosts. I'm Carla.
And I'm Angelica.
On today's episode of Chicas and Chisme, we are going to talk about unsolicited interactions. Angelica, would you like to elaborate on that topic?
Okay, so obviously we've gone, we've attempted to date people, right? Because we're talking about, we're single moms, we're trying to date. And that entails interacting with people, right? Interacting with potential partners. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, during those interactions, sometimes things happen or they do things that you're like, why? Why did they say that? Or why did they do that?
And listen, as we're saying this applies to ourselves as well, right?
Yeah.
There are times when the other party can think like, what the hell did she just send? Or what the hell did she just say? But in this example, we are talking about what we have encountered.
Yeah. And obviously there's things that women do too that probably turn off like a good man who's looking for a genuine connection.
And unfortunately, it's sad because there's so many little things that can easily turn someone off, like us or like them. And unfortunately, it's like, dude, we didn't get to know each other because you got turned off by this.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
But sometimes I'm like, why would they do that? Or why would the girl do that? Like, I try to wrap my mind around it, right? So for instance, let's get into the girl thing. Let's get into the girl thing that we saw.
I'm so nervous
because we recently saw a TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm. We love TikToks. If you've listened to our podcast,
we refer back to TikTok a lot, but it sparks like this thought in our minds, like, okay, why, right? Like, it inspires us. Anyway, we saw this TikTok where the guy was on a date with this girl and he was recording their interaction.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
You remember the TikTok? Okay, yes. So they're recording the interaction.
Obviously, you can't see the girl's face. It's just like
and I can't
talking.
even give the guy credit because I have no idea who he is. But maybe if I find it,
I don't think it's about credit. I think it's just about...
It's just the interaction, the experience that happened. So that's what we're going to talk about. But he was on a date and he started recording her at some point. And he put it on TikTok. And you can hear her response to him, right? They're having a good time or whatever. And they're at Applebee's. So if you've seen this TikTok, because it's been going around, then you know what we're talking about. But this girl tells the guy...
How much do you make?
She straight up asked him, like, how much do you make? And they're on their first date, like their very first date, right? What do you think about that, Carla? A girl or even a guy going, how much do you make on a first date?
It's tacky. It shouldn't be done. I know that in this society nowadays, it's all about, how much money you make, what kind of car do you drive, it's such,
like, do you own a home?
It's so freaking
materialistic.
Stupid. Yes, people are so materialistic. However, like to go on a first date and ask how much do you make?
The girl sounded so entitled.
And you can't bring me to Applebee's?
Yeah, that's what happened. So, well, real quick for the listeners who didn't hear the TikTok. So she goes, how much do you make? And he kind of goes, well, I make enough, right? I make good. And then she was like, just so you know, this is unacceptable. Obviously, I'm not saying it word for word, but she's like, this is unacceptable that you brought me to Applebee's. I understand that it's our first date and maybe you didn't want to take me somewhere nicer, but let this be the last time you bring me to a place like this because I'm a high-end girl. That's what she said. And then she's like, I'm dating for marriage. And like, that's what I'm looking for.
And that's that. Yeah. You're going to get no one.
But like, I don't understand. Like, I was like, you're dating for marriage. Why? I'm a woman. Like, I would never marry someone like you who, like, a marriage is a partnership. And you're not showing through that behavior that it's even a partnership. It's like all about what you can gain from it, not what you guys can do together.
Let's make it very clear that at our age, no, I am not going to date somebody that plays video games all day and, smooches off his parents.
But Carla, we're talking about first date.
We're talking about grown people. No, I know. But if I go out on a first date, obviously I'm not going to ask you I'm never going to ask you how much you make.
No.
That's just unless we're married,
but you're gonna,
or we're like getting close to that.
But wouldn't you kind of get a feel for how much they make if it's like, if they have a profession? Like, it's kind of like, well, the conversation should be like, well, what do you do for a living? Like, what do you enjoy? Is that your passion?
And then I'll go home and Google it. No, just
and
kidding.
Then you can go on Google, like, what's the average amount that this person makes?
How much do janitors make?
And then you can make your decision based on that, right? But I'm just saying, no, like, it's honestly, tacky to bring it up on your first.
I'm not a person that'd be like, oh, he makes 50,000. I can't be with him. I'm not that person, because you work very hard and
if you love your profession,
right, and like you said, it's a partnership, right? So we're gonna make this work regardless.
It doesn't matter how much
I know
the person
you're a
makes.
hard worker.
Now it's different if he's like, well, I work. I have odd jobs here and there. I'm like, he's not stable, right?
Right.
That's a different conversation as far as stability, or I'm in between jobs, or I'm in and out of jobs, or I can't figure out what I want to do yet. Like stuff. That's a different conversation than straight up. How much do you make? And why'd you bring me to Applebee's?
Don't you ever bring me to Applebee's? I like Applebee's.
I like Applebee's too. Honestly, I'm like, you could take me to a taco truck for our first date just to enjoy these amazing tacos. Like make it something meaningful. Like, okay, have you ever tried these tacos? These are amazing. Like, we should go here. I really want you to try them.
I honestly think it's the time spent, right? It's not about.
It's a quality time. It's not the money.
That's what separates women from other women, right?
I was just so ashamed to be called a woman when I saw that TikTok.
But trust me, I know women like that. I know women that are only interested in labels, in money, in name brands, in money, and like, it's like we all live in the same area. You don't live in Beverly Hills. We all live in the same area. So stop it.
It was just her demeanor. I was very disappointed. And I like literally wanted to apologize to all men out there that these women exist, because it is sad. It's pathetic. And I
know that she's going to find somebody that's going to be like,
let me do this for you. But I, is it genuine? Probably not. I mean, I'm a boy mom, right? And I look at my son and I'm like, I don't want that kind of woman to marry my son. I'm a boy mom. I'm raising a man, and I want him to be a quality man, and I want him to pick a profession that makes him happy.
Right.
It's irrelevant how much it makes. I don't care. As long as he can afford his own life and he can support himself, and him and his family can work together. I want him to be a team with a partner, to have a team, not someone dependent on him, where he has to work 24/7 because this girl's not happy, right?
She doesn't want to work.
She doesn't want to work,
she wants everything
like given to her, and like and then to be talked down to like that. When, let's say, maybe his passion isn't to be a millionaire. Like, the things that he really wants to be doesn't pay.
I don't think
a ton of money.
Are millionaires, though.
No, for the most part, no.
That's the funny part. That
it's like, what do you expect?
People walking around making themselves look like they have a ton of money where they don't.
No.
And it's sad, because this is what our ¿cómo se dice? Our society. It's so sad.
It is. And it was a shame to see that. So I guess, saying like unsolicited interaction between a woman
this guy thought, I'm going to go pick her up. This is going to be a cool date. And then all of a sudden
Applebee's is not even that bad. It's not like he took her to like...
Who cares? Like, you could have taken me to... I like Chili's, though. You could have taken me to Chili's.
But like, it's not like he took her to like McDonald's or something. And even then, it's like, like, take me to a coffee shop. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was a shame.
But that's just... You know what? It's so funny, because this is how I think. There's like different types of women, right? And men. I'm not just talking about
all
women.
types, yeah.
But it's like, I feel like the women that are not... Never mind. I shouldn't say it, because I don't want to be like, I don't want people to talk crap about it. All I'm saying is, like, it depends. The quality of women, there's different qualities, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like this woman that went and said, how much do you make? Don't take me to, she's low quality. I'm sorry. That's low quality. I don't care what you demand. I don't care. You demand all these things that makes you this little.
I know. And I was reading the comments on that video. And some guys were like, that is when he got up and left her there. She could pay for the bill by herself. And that's the last time you went out with her and you went on a date with someone else. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. And it really, it was disgusting to watch because I want a high quality man.
But money doesn't make you high quality.
No. I want a high quality man. But he's out there dealing with women like that.
You demanding all this shit makes you low quality.
Honestly, 100%.
You demanding that you carry all these name brands and all, like, you have all this. That makes you low quality. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
It was just sad.
Don't come for me. I'm just saying.
Well, no, it's like you've seen those like images on like Google or Instagram or whatever, where it's like the like, what is it, like the celebrities and stuff, like real, like celebrities that make a lot of money. They're like walking around in like chanclas and
like Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
you Googled him. He looks like homeless.
Yeah, you would never be able to tell that they're millionaires, right? That they have a ton of money.
Then there's people living in Chula Vista carrying all these like crazy brands. Y no tienen en qué caerse muertos. Like, okay, anyway.
I don't know. That's another topic. Okay. Yeah, I know, so back to Unsolicited. Women, let's do better. If you're like that, do better, please. Do better, because remember, our sons are also going to be out there.
And
right?
our daughters. I don't want my daughter to act like that. Girl, no. I'll backhand you. Like, stop it. I didn't raise you that way.
Oh, no.
We are humble people. Okay?
No. Yeah, no. Let's all be human, please.
Yes.
But okay, so another unsolicited thing that has happened to Carla and I. Okay, so recently I had gone on a dating app. And I don't understand this because I don't know this person. Like, I don't know him at all. And we matched. And we chatted a little bit on the app, and then he's like, "Oh, can I have your number?" So I gave him my number. And the very first thing he does is sends me a selfie. And I'm like, I did not ask for a selfie. And I don't respond to the selfie. I don't say anything about it because I'm like, I didn't ask for one, right? Then I ignore it, but I respond to something else he had said. And then he responds back, "Can you send me a selfie?" Why? I don't understand.
Didn't he just see you on the dating app? Didn't he just swipe for you? Obviously, he has interest in you. So why now you want a selfie if you already know what she looks like?
Exactly. And I get it, trying to like verify that the person's real, right? But I can also, like, if I wasn't real, I can always just go pick another photo from my stash of photos that I stole and
for
send it to him.
To be his first question.
I don't know.
Your text
I feel like you should be able to have a conversation back and forth, whatever. And like, okay, like, can we verify that we are real? Let's FaceTime real quick. Okay, yes, I think that's safe for the woman and the man. Like, okay, it is the same person that we're talking to. We're not getting catfish, right? But no, it's like, do you want to collect selfies? I don't understand. And why are you sending me selfies of you?
I wonder if it's lack of them knowing how, like, lack of communicate. Like, they don't know how to communicate.
Should we create like a class for men on how to I don't know.
Maybe as to how we would like to be
treated.
Not treated.
Courted? Like courted.
Or
like if you're gonna start communicated with, or like beginning the courtship, right?
Yeah.
Like, we don't want unsolicited selfies.
But what about...
Well, I don't want. Can't speak for everyone.
What about people that you know or have known for a long time and they just send you a bunch of selfies of themselves?
I don't understand that. You guys, if you guys know why people do this, or if you do this, like, can you send us like a message anonymously? Like, why you do this? Like, I would love to do research on this because I don't understand. If it's not like... Okay, here's another one. I was like talking to this guy and we're talking back and forth, and he's like, "What are you doing tonight?" Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Oh, I'm working on some stuff for my job." And he's like, "Wow, you're so smart," right? And I was like, "Oh, cool." Like I hadn't even got back to responding because I'm working on my stuff. And the conversation wasn't anything about photos or anything. And then when I go back, I seriously did like the biggest eye roll because there was like naked man. Obviously, part of him was covered, but a selfie. And I'm like, how did we jump there? And at this, we had already gone on a first date. How did we jump there?
He felt comfortable.
But don't be that comfortable. You don't know me. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Or ever. I don't want to see a picture like that.
Yeah, I don't. I think they're okay. Like, for instance,
there's circumstances.
For instance, if you are talking to somebody and you guys have been talking and you guys really like each other and, there's an understanding between the two that you guys are not exclusive yet, but there is, there is a mutual
deep connection.
There's a mutual connection between the two. He's not talking to anyone. You're not talking to anyone. Okay. And you tell each other, I really want to see, I really want to see you right now, but I can't. Can you send me a selfie? Okay. Or in the morning you wake up and there's a selfie of him or her. I think that's cute. But
agree.
5 selfies in a day without me asking you for one, please stop.
Just stop.
Just stop. I did not ask you for a selfie. I know what you look like. You're not turning me on because I already know what you look like. If I'm already going to be turned on, I would already be turned on and I'd be calling you.
Or you'd be responding to the messages.
But I'm not.
But you're not.
I'm ignoring you.
And they keep coming.
But you keep sending.
And they keep coming.
¿Qué te pasa, mi hijo?
No entiendo.
¿Qué te pasa?
So if anyone knows why this happens.
Please, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus.
But it must
All I'm
stop.
saying is I am turned off by it. So if you are a person that is sending me, Carla, selfies of you 5 times a day, on a regular basis, I am not interested in your selfies. And you're not doing anything other than just turning me off.
It's not just...
That's what you're doing.
Yeah. And
I'm not turned on.
It's not just you, Carla. It's everybody.
No.
Because
I'm talking about me.
Yeah,
I'm talking about,
I know.
Like, hi, guys. If that's you, I'm not
Please
being
stop.
mean. I'm not being a jerk. I'm just saying, I don't ask you, please stop. Mm-hmm. That's it.
I know.
In a nice way. That's all.
And at first I was like, this is a Carla problem. And then it started happening to me. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, our conversation wasn't even there. Like, we weren't even like, hey, so what are you doing right now? Can you send me a selfie? Like, what's going on? Like, it wasn't even there. It just like jumped to that.
We really need to interview somebody and ask, like somebody that does it. Maybe we should, reach out to the guy that sent you a half naked.
I'm not reaching out to him.
Selfie and be like, okay, can you just tell us what was in your head in the moment? Like, hell yeah, she's going to love this half naked picture of me. It almost shows my private. Yes. Like, is that what you...
I'm like, I've talked to this guy 2 days. We went on 1 date.
Yeah.
And then you feel that comfortable to send me. If my son does it, I'm going to backslap him. He better not be that kind of guy. Like, and I'm sure girls do it too, right? Maybe girls do it too. I don't do it.
I don't know, but my very special friend sent me a Instagram the other day, and he said that the Instagram said something like that men love when women send them selfies without asking. That was the I'll show it to you.
Do you think it's true?
And then I said really? Because it was like relevant to all of this.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? And he goes, yes, we love it. So I want to translate that into maybe they think that we feel the same way.
But we don't. No, we don't. And that's okay.
I do want pictures of my special friend. I really do.
And I think...
Send them to me.
Yeah.
But don't send me 5 a day. And let me come to you and ask you.
I know. And then and then if you haven't met the person, like, and you've only interacted with them, like, maybe, like, especially with the dating apps, if you've only interacted with them like 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask for a selfie. Please don't. Get to know the person. Ask questions. Like, go, so how are you? What are you doing? What do you like? But try to get to know me a little bit. And then go into, like, maybe after texting a few, maybe 2 days or something, then say, hey, you think we can, like, FaceTime? I just want to make sure it's you and I want to see you. That's okay because we're all curious. Like, are we even going to be attracted to the other person? As the dating world's different now, right? Than when people will just come up to you, right?
Yeah.
I get that, but don't ask me for a selfie right off the bat. and don't send me one. And if you do send me one and I don't even react to it and respond to it, then don't send me another one.
But he never messaged you, so he got the point.
Oh, that guy, yeah. But the other guy, no.
Oh my God.
I know. So there's
I know how you feel.
it just needs to stop, but I don't know. That's unsolicited. What other thing could fall under that? Unsolicited. We have a few minutes.
I think, I don't know if I should talk about this. I don't know if it's appropriate.
If you have to question it, don't do it.
Okay, then I won't. This will be on another podcast. But
yeah,
I don't know. I just think
I feel like things should move a little bit slower with people when they're barely getting to know each other. And if you're not in an exclusive relationship with them, just don't send them selfies.
Yeah.
You know? If I'm in an exclusive relationship... And
don't send... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, if I am in an exclusive relationship, I do want to see a selfie. Like, hey, like...
Oh, you know, like I said.
Like an ex-boyfriend, like, let's say he was at the grocery store. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm waiting at the grocery store. Blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, blow me a kiss. Send me a selfie with blowing me a kiss. But we're dating. Yeah. Like, we're already exclusive. Yeah. And it's like, he'll send it to me. And he's just like, oh, you know? And that's okay. That's cute.
I don't mind the selfies. If you and I are on the same page as far as our friendship relationship. Status. Friendship relationship... I don't mind them. Like, you can send, because I am interested in you. I want to see you.
But obviously, you're not going to be unsolicited all day.
I was going to say,
Tampoco.
Get to work.
Tampoco. You should have. Yes. Because that means you're literally taking selfies. So that means you're staring at yourself the whole time taking pictures, thinking about how good you feel about yourself, which is fine, but keep them for yourself. Just keep them. It's fine. We all take selfies.
But I do like them. Don't get me wrong. Just don't send them to me if I haven't seen you in a long time, or if me and you aren't talking, or are not on like
or you are talking, but it's only day 1 or 2. Like if it's been a few weeks, a month, something, and that's where you guys are at, and the bond is growing, then yeah. But like, not the first few days. And then if we're not talking anymore, don't send them.
Right.
Don't. And then. Some of them aren't even cute pictures. Like, how did you take a picture like that? Like, why would you want me to see that?
Yes, this one is it. She's gonna freaking love it. And it's like, oh, fudge. Now I gotta block you.
Now you're weird.
I'm gonna send this to all my friends and make fun of you.
Another unsolicited thing. What? If you're barely like starting to date someone, let's say you got on a date or something, one date, and I think after one date, you probably don't really need to tell somebody you're not interested. I feel like it's okay to just ghost. I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
Especially if they're like they're coming on a little strong and you're like, I'm not interested. And you already told them you're not interested. Mm-hmm. And then they keep like looking for you. Don't keep sending messages. Don't keep sending messages. If the person's not responding to you, don't keep sending messages. Don't send gifts to them after work or wherever, like or letters or whatever.
What is that what is that word? My mind is.
What word?
Degrading as a human.
Because you're not respecting boundaries. Like, the person clearly is not interested.
If you like never talk to me again, or you don't text, I'm not going to be like, what happened? What did I do?
Like, you don't love yourself. You don't love yourself.
I know where you live. Can I come over? Can I talk to you? Why don't you answer?
I really like you. And then you don't respond at all. And then it's like you show up and then it's like a freaking bouquet of flowers at your work.
No.
You're like, excuse me?
I know how to take a hint. Trust me, I've been ghosted many times.
Me too.
And
it sucks, but you move on.
But you're like, well,
whatever.
Okay, he's not the one. And then
I honestly, there's a timeline. Like, you could start dating someone maybe a week, 2 weeks. They ghost you, whatever, move on. If you've been dating for 2-3 months, you don't ghost people. You need to have a conversation and be an adult.
Like the one man that I told you that I went out with him a few times. I think I went out with him like 4 times. And don't get me wrong, he was an amazing person.
Yeah.
He was nice. He had a great job. He was very respectful. He was just really nice, but I just didn't feel nothing. I felt nothing. So I could have just been like, nope, I'm just going to ghost him.
Yeah,
but because he was so nice, because I want to do things different in my life now.
Yeah.
You helped me out.
Me?
Yeah, you helped me compose
a text message.
A message saying, listen,
yeah,
like, thank you so much. You're a great guy. I don't see a connection between the two of us.
And I think that's genuine, and I think it's good.
And because I have never done it,
yeah,
it was mortifying to me. It was like, nope, I don't want to do this. Like, it felt more comfortable ghosting him than to send him that message and being honest.
But he didn't deserve that.
But he didn't deserve it.
No, he didn't.
To me, it was like, you're such a nice guy. So I'm going to do the right thing. Because for me, mostly for me, I wanted to do the right thing.
Honestly, I think ghosting's appropriate when the person's like stepping all over your boundaries, or they're being inappropriate, or they're like, you're not interested and they like turn you off for some reason because they do something that makes you uncomfortable. Then you can ghost. It's fine. You don't owe them anything if it's like in the beginning, you know? But if they're genuine good people and like you really just don't see a connection, you should just be honest.
Yeah.
Even if it's one date and the person's a genuine good person and you're like, wow, like this is a good person. I just don't have a connection to them, or I don't feel the spark, or I don't see this going anywhere. Or maybe during the first date, they mentioned that they want kids and you don't want kids. So then you're like, this is not going to work, but they're a respectable human being, right? Then okay. Tell them, thank you so much. I really had a great time. I just don't see a connection, or I don't see this growing or moving. I'm not interested in moving forward. That's great. But when they're sending unsolicited photos and they're acting really weird and stuff like that, I personally don't think, I think you can ghost and you'd be all right. But anyways, that's a different topic. It's just the unsolicited
interactions.
Unsolicited. That's a hard word.
Together, say it 5 times.
Unsolicited interactions. Unsolicited interactions. Okay. Anyways, we are up on time. Carla, anything else you want to add real quick before we finish it? This was a very
fun topic. And again, don't come for us. This is just
our experiences.
Our experiences and our personal
preferences.
Not only that, preferences and our personal opinions. It is what it is.
That's it.
We all have them. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. See you next time.
Not see you. Listen to us next time.
Listen to us next time.
All right, guys.
Adios.
Bye.